Maybe. Okay, there we go.
All right. Are we live?
We are live.
You're supposed to say it. You're supposed to say, we are live or something.
We're live. Hot mic.
Right. We might need to know that. All right, everyone. September 15th, 2025. I don't know who's watching this, who cares that much, but we are going to be pulling the raffle winners tonight. Exciting. Four of you are going to win big. And the rest of you, thank you for your donation. Is to a very, very valuable cause. First of all, I want to say thank you sincerely to all of the people that have been hustling these raffle tickets. We sold thousands of these things all across the country, in a lot of the areas and branches and regions, whatever. And it was just a group effort with a lot of people putting in a lot of work, especially the people that are helping to run the campaign because when you volunteer to help out in this campaign, it somehow you end up working a lot and doing probably more than you anticipated in the beginning. But hopefully it's a labor of love as it is for me. But thank you to everyone who helped out with this. Um, we're going to talk a little bit about how the raffle went down. And then we're going to talk to a couple of the people that, sold tickets, like what was their experiences kind of thing. What's the feedback they're getting from the members out there. And then I have Tyrone Valdez on. He's one of our treasurers. We have two treasurers with the campaign. I want to give him to give you guys a little bit of idea, a little peek behind the curtain about the finances for the campaign. Not too in depth. We'll probably do a show at some other point where we'll show you things more in detail. But just kind of wanted to do that. So I guess that's the intro to the show. Well, we're live, so I don't know how that works, but when we record it, we normally have an intro, and there's not even no music, Sarah. No music.
My
Dun dun
bad.
dun. Dun. How's it go? Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah, that's how it goes.
Something like that. But all right, Ronnie. You are the webmaster for the campaign. You do a lot of our technical work, and I just want you to know you had some people. It wasn't me, but you had some people cussing you out a little bit, just because all of the physical tickets had to be input into the system in order because everything's got to get into one system, and the physical tickets and the ones you purchased online, they had to be merged together. And the only way to do that is to physically put those tickets in. I was talking to one of the guys today, and he mentioned how he had a really good time on Saturday night. Did have a few drinks, and he planned on just chilling on Sunday, and he had to input these damn tickets all day. But they sold a lot of tickets, so it was a lot of work. But I know me and you talked a little bit about maybe doing it a little different next time. I mean, we'll see. But what are your thoughts at this point on the kind of the formulation of how to do the raffle? Because obviously this won't be the last raffle. We're going to need to do a few more of these things. So
Right. Well, the team has a consensus. We would prefer all virtual from here on out, and because, like you said, it's really tedious keeping track of all of the physical tickets. We did find a way to enter in more than one ticket at a time. You can enter as many tickets as you
yes,
sold. So I figured out how to do that to get that data into the master
great
spreadsheet.
great job, sir. Great job.
That worked. Yeah. For the
That
final
was
hour, that was perfect.
whew,
Um,
that saved me some
but
time last night.
but it's a lot. If Brina was on, she could share how that was a challenge to kind of keep up with the stubs. Some people didn't want to enter the stubs in online, so they were just sending the stubs back. And she was at her desk late night entering the stubs for people who sent them back. So um, she's dedicated. That's for sure.
Yeah, we got everyone in. I mean, if there's someone who, for some reason, didn't get in, we will return you the money. But as far as I know, and we have to go back and kind of do an audit and all that. But as far as we know, everyone's in as of now. If you bought a physical ticket, obviously, if you went online and ordered your tickets, then they send you an email confirmation. So that's, that gives you that peace of mind, you're in kind of thing. But yeah, you mentioned in a consensus, there's a little small segment of the campaign population that likes that physical ticket, but I think we can win them over. I think there's a way to do it because the whole point of the physical ticket is you want to be able to walk around at the post office or wherever, where you can kind of like hand someone something or give someone something to do versus just like sending them a text or something, which that works for a lot of people. But a lot of people, they just ignore that. You got to like actually give them something. But we were talking about maybe coming up with like a placard, like a QR code laminated or something like that, like a flyer laminated, and you can walk around the post office and just kind of scan it, and then that would get you into the system, and you can input your own information. Maybe you paid a person directly, or you whatever, or you did some type of record that you paid, or somehow we still want to have that one-on-one contact because part of the fundraising is about developing the network, and we want to be ready when it's time to vote next year. We want to be prepared to have our networks built in post offices all across America. So the fundraising kind of goes hand in hand with that. So we don't want to lose that element, but I think there's a way to do it. You think so too?
Yeah, no, the idea of a QR code is something physical, something tangible that you can walk around with. I like that, and it brings people to a virtual option to purchase, because not a lot of people carry cash, and that's the other challenge is you have to wait for people to go to an ATM and get some cash in their pocket so that they can do the transaction. So yeah, I mean, a lot of things that we can talk about to do this differently and more efficiently.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we'll definitely put our heads together, and we're always trying to evolve and do better, obviously. So, Tyrone, maybe a little bit of information about the finances of the campaign. I know you got us set up as a non-for-profit organization. I guess we could start there. How does, what does that look like?
Well, we do have some obligations with the IRS, and as being a non-for-profit, they require us to file every fiscal year, and we're up to date with that. That and the state of Illinois, they also have a requirement, uh, and those obligations were met, so we're good. They're not going to come knocking on our door, say, "Hey, you owe us some money."
That's good because I
So
think we gave them my address.
yeah,
Is what is the fiscal year? You said the fiscal year. What is that?
it's well when we became, I guess, an entity uh, with IRS. When we submit our application, it's June, like June 27 or so, something like that. So every year, we should have that. I forget the form number, but it should be completed every year by that time. So
Gotcha.
we're good on on that front. Bank account wise, fairly simple. We use a spreadsheet. All our debits and credits are in there. Thanks to you, we don't have a lot of expenses per se with travel. Anything that we do have, you know,
I
very
will stay on
minimal.
your mother's couch, no doubt about it.
So that's been a big help, and anything that is spent is accounted for. We got the receipts for that. Everything that's coming in, we definitely do our best in trying to itemize those that provide donations, the different amounts that we get from the raffle. I think this is our third raffle, I guess, that we had so far,
Oh
right?
yeah, we did one at the convention in Boston, and then
Uh,
we raffled off those two grills kind of
uh-huh.
locally.
Yeah,
We did that recently in June, and then this one is the first. This is the first kind of nationwide raffle that we did. But
nationwide
yeah,
raffle. Okay. And I'm sure, like you said, there's more to come. So there's it's pretty between me, Brina, we try to keep a tight ship and make sure that everything's accounted for. And in addition to that, we do have a couple of credit cards, not going crazy, you know, but the same thing with those. We keep a tight ship on that. And of course, we have our trustees that are available to make sure that everything's in line and everything's accounted for.
Yeah, I got a stack of cards and credit cards and different whatever, and I just want to make sure that I'm not using the wrong one for the wrong thing, and that everything adds up. So I know you guys got three trustees that have access to all the books and everything, so I think that's great. And of course, if they have any questions or something doesn't look right, we're either going to fix it or explain, what it is. So
Oh yeah, all
that,
I gotta do is ask, and
yeah,
we'll be ready. So,
that's awesome. We raised about I think about $15,000 with this raffle we just did. I mean, for the first time, probably pretty good, right?
that's pretty good. Yeah, I mean, as an estimate right now, I think it's about I think 14 to 15. I think once we get all the numbers in, it's a pretty good amount.
Yeah,
It's a
because
great
people are
challenge.
sending their money through like, I don't know if we want to try to list the options you have, but you can send that money any way you want. Stool pigeon, obviously checks and all that, but I think Zelle, Venmo, Cash App, PayPal. What else?
Uh, Venmo, Cash App, PayPal, Apple Pay.
Apple
Uh,
Pay, right?
yeah, well, I think we covered quite a bit this time around than we did last time. So, and good
Yeah,
old
people are
cash.
people are funny about their I don't use that. I don't trust that one or and then they use something else, but I
Yeah.
mean, it's all I don't know, whatever works, whatever's easiest for people to make that transaction. And some people, get in a raffle. Some people just making donations. They're like, I don't care about that raffle. Just I'm not going to win anyway. Just want to make a donation to the campaign. So
So we appreciate
it's
any
cool.
kind of help they could give us. So
Yeah. Any idea on how we're going to get out these prizes? We have put out like a little sheet that, for the people that were helping to sell tickets, we're going to, give them a little swag. We had come up with these cooler bags, I know, these caps. We got the mugs, coffee mugs seem to be kind of popular. We got the buttons. We got the magnets. We got
magnets
a
and
we got a new
actually
magnet coming out. I don't know if they know about that yet.
it's coming out soon. We're me and Sarah's working on it. We're working on that one. But I think we
Nice.
got some additional. We got some pens that just came in today. So
Oh, I was going to ask you about. Yeah, I'm gonna. I got to get those pens from you. I'll be
okay,
in Boston tomorrow. I was gonna take everyone a pen. What the hell? Why not?
sure, why not? We got plenty of those. So we'll get them. We'll get it to them. Good old U.S. mail. So once we know who's done all the selling, and again, thank you to those that helped out. It's a great success. We'll get you your swag and stuff like that soon.
Yeah, and if you're lost in the shuffle, because we had people that had the physical tickets, and then some of them went and like I'm gonna go buy my tickets online because it was whatever too complicated or too hard. But anyway, whatever, however many tickets you sold, let us know so we'll know. Okay, we're gonna send you, these items or whatever. We definitely want to appreciate the people that helped out in whatever way. So if don't feel like if you fell through the cracks or whatever, just you're not bothering us. Let us know. Send an email or text or whatever. Let us know where you're at. Cool. Um, Anything else on the finances you could think of?
Uh, no, I mean, other than we added another credit card, so
The
that
credit
was help out
card.
a lot.
I was gonna say the credit card. So like in this raffle, we gave out the $500 in United Airlines, and that's actually the way we got the $500 was by using the first credit card. They gave us a certain number of miles or whatever, and then once we got that kind of sign up bonus or whatever, we got another credit card. So we're gonna get that bonus from them too. So we can raffle off whatever that is.
We're putting it to good use.
Absolutely. All right. Um, More to come on the finances. We're going to try to be transparent. Oh, the other thing I was going to say is that, I mean, we're good on money. Our expenses. You mentioned travel. Is there's some travel expenses. There's a lot of technological expenses. Like Ronnie was saying, we might need to update the website or get some, more high-powered software. Just so stuff works better sometimes. So you have some technological expenses. The show has some expenses, for example. And then you have, like you're looking at, different advertising options. I don't want to talk about it yet because we haven't made those decisions on how we're going to do things. But when you start talking about sending out mailings and things like one thing I did commit from the campaign is we're going to send out a mailing to all the branches with all of the resolutions that are being proposed for the 2026 convention so they can start talking about them. I mean, there's going to be an expense to that. But anyway, we're real good as far as the money we have in the account right now. So we're good on that. But of course we're building toward the election in 2026, and the big cost is the mailing. Mailing costs, to send out to 300,000 members is a significant amount of money. So we want to be ready for that as well. But for now, we're good. I guess that was the message I was trying to say.
We're positive, so we're good.
I don't think it's a good fundraising strategy to tell people you're good, but I don't know. It's too late now.
Okay, we need money, guys. Please,
Right.
don't
We're
stop.
broke.
We're broke. We need money.
I always break all the rules. All right, Calvin, we got you on, man. Calvin Rich, he's in branch 79 in Seattle, formerly of branch 2200 in Pasadena, California. So just wanted to get you on for a quick minute to see what your experiences were with the whole raffle and the different interactions you might have had with people.
Yeah. Thanks for having me on, brother. I've been helping out the campaign for some time now. I know you guys are doing the hard work and the good work. So, strategy wise, it was just, trying to reach as many carriers as possible. Whether that's, at work, general membership meetings, steward meetings, just getting them to think about elections coming up and obviously, your candidacy for president in 2026. But overall, I would say just the tickets, the prizes really helped. They just kind of sold themselves, to be honest. There were 4 pretty good prizes, and obviously there's like extra bonus prizes that you can get. And I think the timing of it with the whole back pay, I think that helped a lot. That boosted a lot of hopefully ticket sales, at least, where I was at. And that's kind of how it went. I'm not sure if you had more specific.
Did you have people in like other offices helping you out, or I mean, you're new to the Seattle area, so I don't know if you know a lot of people out there.
Yeah, I'm still trying to get to know my branch. I'm part of an associate office outside of Seattle, but I've been here since like late January. So I've had a few people help out. Shout out to Nora. She's in Seattle.
She's a beast, man.
Yeah.
When she gets behind something, she gets all the way behind it.
Yeah. Without her, she's helped me out, certainly get acclimated to Seattle. So I have a spouse who was at one of the installations outside of my branch. I mean, just having conversations with other carriers from my previous stations and installations back home in California. I think it takes a village to succeed in what we're trying to do. So just kind of trying to like duplicate the advocacy that it takes to hopefully win this thing, and get the carriers riled up and hopefully get them pumped enough so that they're interested in voting and interested in participating in our union. And so I think this is a great way to kind of help us be successful and also get them engaged to the fight that we have.
Did most people that you were talking to or trying to sell tickets to, did they know there's going to be an election for president next year, or
not all
other
of them.
Officer? Yeah, I figured so, right? A lot of our people, they're not really, they don't know the terms of office and stuff like that. So.
Yeah. I've certainly gotten better at it, kind of explaining the timeline and the history of just what's been going on with our union. I would say, the last few years. So, I'm always happy to explain that part and educate the carriers, not just contractually, but with the intricacies and what's basically going on behind kind of like closed doors of our union. So yeah.
Yeah, bringing the the union that operates with or without that particular member, but bringing them in and letting them see what's going on and how they can participate, and bringing them into the union. I think that's the most valuable thing about something like this, is you're interacting with a lot of different people.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's not just. I mean, that's the cool part about being a union advocate. It's not just. A lot of people don't like the politics of anything, whether it's in our country or within our union. But we, in order to get change, if people are upset with, how things are within our union, we have to participate, we have to engage, and we have to have, leaders like yourself, Mike, that encourages members to want to participate. So um, I certainly believe in that, and I want everyone else out there, whether it's buying a ticket, a raffle ticket, or donating to the campaign just because, or voting. I think we all have to kind of, you know, buckle up and get ready to do this and change things within our union and hopefully elect you. So
Looking forward to it, man. One thing I always tell people when I'm going around is take the time to go read the platform. I mean, it's lengthy. There's a lot of stuff in there, but we want to hear from you. What are your ideas, thoughts, comments, feedback? That kind of thing. So that's a way you can participate for free. Don't cost you nothing. So anyway, yeah,
absolutely.
appreciate you, brother, man. I
Yeah.
know it's not always easy to get out. Put yourself out. I mean, we did have the experience with some people that it's like, hey, I'm not a seller, and some of them tried or whatever, but I don't know. I'm used to that. Like I grew up like a little hustler around Wrigley Field when I was a kid, and it just comes kind of normal to me. But for a lot of people, it doesn't. They're real nervous about asking anyone for anything or trying to sell something. So just really appreciate the people like yourself and others that put forth that effort. And next time, if you're that person that is nervous or doesn't enjoy that interaction when you're selling something, just find someone who does. Trust me, there's someone like that in every post office that doesn't mind going around and collecting money or whatever. So just find whoever that person is and give them the tickets or give them the QR code or whatever. But yeah. Cool, man. Appreciate you, brother. Ronnie, we wanted to get you back on for a second here. This is and then we're gonna pull the winner. So this is dubbed as a ranked choice raffle, and it's not exactly like a ranked choice vote or a ranked choice election would take place because you have 4 winners. But if we were to take the data that came in and apply it, we could do that as if this was a ranked choice vote. In other words, if the people were picking their president and one president was named United Airlines $500 and another president was named, or a potential president was named Nintendo Switch, and then another one was named iPad and another one was named Slushy Machine, we could simulate the ranked choice vote to kind of see how how that would work, give people an idea. And that's one of the things that the campaign is proposing as a change to the Constitution, to go to the ranked choice voting system. It's more democratic, it involves more people, it's less divisive. It helps the union to make sure that we're picking our president or whatever position as a person that has at least 50% support, and that no matter how many candidates you have, you're not going to end up with someone that wins a vote without having at least 50% support. So I know you talked about this ahead of time and you're ready to show us the numbers, and we're going to go through a little simulation for the ranked choice voting system.
All
Ready?
right, I'm going to start with sharing my screen.
I think what you're going to put up first is what everyone sees if you go to the homepage on the website. And you guys can do this if you're following along. I don't know how many people are watching, but if you go on the homepage, you see this, and that is the total tally for each for each item, and the column, the blue column, is the first place choices. So if you were picking your president, the only thing that would matter is who you want as your first choice. In this instance, it matters all four choices because we're going to give out four prizes. But in the instance, if you were picking your president, it would just matter who you pick first because you could only have one president. And so in this tally, if you hover over the blue bar, you can see the numbers, right? Yeah, so that's 1,114 for the airlines. And then if you go to the next one, that's second place was the Nintendo Switch with 649 first place votes. And then was the iPad with 489, and then the slushy machine with 270. And so if you add up all of those, and there was more votes than this, and that's the other thing about ranked choice voting system. You don't have to rank your choices if you don't want to. So we had people that just said, give me whatever. They didn't care. So you had more raffle tickets sold than this amount, but the number of people that participated in the ranked choice vote was 2,522. So if you add up those four numbers, you'll get 2,522. And the first question is in a ranked choice voting system is, did anyone get 50%? And so 50% of 2,522 is 1,261. And none of the four got 1,261. So when that happens, then you're going to have to do another round of tallying. You don't do another round of voting. Everyone voted already. You just do another round of tallying. And so the way you do the tally the next time is you're going to take who was in last place, which in this case was the slushy machine, and those 270 people that wanted the slushy machine first, you're going to take their second choice instead of their first choice and add their second choice into the totals that are on there right now. So I know we made another spreadsheet for the 270. Yeah, that what you see on the screen is the 270 people that had the slushy machine as their first choice. So their vote doesn't go away. It's just it goes to their second choice because nobody won in the first round of tallying. And so you go to the second round. And in the second round, out of these 270, we're going to look at how many of them had the airline second, how many of them had the Switch second, and how many had the iPad second, and then how many just didn't have nothing second, because we had people that just didn't have a second choice or didn't care about that. So I mean that's fine. But if they had a second choice, if they wanted to put one, then it would count. So do you have the numbers on who had what would their second choice out of those 270 people?
Okay, so we'll break it down like this. Let's start with the airline tickets as a second choice. So I sorted just by the airline tickets under choice 2. Highlight the column, subtract 1 for the title row, and it's 67 of the 270 chose the airline tickets as their second choice.
67 total?
65 total.
65 total, okay. Okay, got it. So I added the 65 to the 1,114 that we had in the first tally. So now the airlines is up to 1,179.
Okay, and then those that selected the iPad second, there were 93.
Okay. So the iPad had 489 originally, add the 93 in, and now they're at 582.
And then the Switch,
Yeah, the Switch.
82.
82. So the first they had 649 plus 82, and you got 731. So even though it's pretty clear that the airlines is the choice that people wanted most, if this was a ranked choice voting system, you'd have to go to a third tally, just because they still don't have 50%. 50% was 1,261, and the airlines are at 1,179. So what you would do next is you would take the next lowest person, which next lowest entity or whatever candidate is the iPad. The iPad had 489 first place votes. So you would take those 489 and figure out what their second choice was out of the 489. How many of those wanted the Switch second, and how many of those wanted the airline second?
So out of this group, the Switch, 168.
168 for the Switch, which they had 731. That makes it 899 total. And the airlines was at 1,179 plus
162.
162 is 1,341. So the airline, was over 50%, and they would win the election. So if we were voting for president based on those four, the airlines, would be the president in that choice. Which the airlines had the most first place votes as well, but it doesn't always turn out like that. You can have a scenario depending on how many candidates you have where let's take like the slushy machine. There were some people that really wanted the slushy machine, but mostly everyone else had the slushy machine last. Like, if you didn't want the slushy machine, you didn't want it second, kind of thing. So you can have scenarios where somebody gets 30-40% of the vote, but nobody else really wants that person. And if that's the case, you want to get to a point where there's more of a consensus, where there's at least 50% of the membership backing a particular candidate, because otherwise you have someone elected to office that doesn't represent the will of the members, or you have a situation where you're trying to reduce the number of candidates because you're like, oh, we don't want to split the vote up, and then that's not democratic, and it doesn't give the members the right to pick the person that they want. So anyway, a little quick exercise in the ranked choice voting list. Keep it moving. I know people are waiting for us to pull the numbers, but as coincidence would have it, Sarah had to step away for a second, so we're not going to be able to pull the numbers right now. Well, how are we doing the pull? Well, explain how we're going to pull the numbers, Ronnie. We can do that right now, right?
Yeah. So I'll share my screen, and we have a wheel to spin.
Oh, that's very fancy.
The wheel will spin, and it'll spit out a number.
No Vanna White?
Nah, well, we got Tyrone for that. And
oh, hey.
But then it'll spit out a number. Then we go into the master spreadsheet, search for that ticket number, and then it'll let us know who that person is and how they ranked, if they did any ranking.
So do the people know? Like, obviously, if you bought a physical ticket, you have what number you have. What if you went online onto the website? Do you know what number you have? It's in that email.
No, they wouldn't know. Those had to be created, based on how many tickets they purchased. That they would get numbers assigned. Let's say if you bought, I don't know, you bought 5 tickets, I had to create 5 numbers, and so on and so forth. So yeah. So
once we get the number, you'll go into the spreadsheet and find out who is associated with that number, and then obviously the first person will get their first choice, and then the second person will get their first choice. But if their first choice is gone, they'll get their second choice, and on and on. And then we're gonna pick 15 of these caps right here.
Yep.
And we got and Tyrone, you would know better, but it's like different colors and stuff, right?
Yeah, we got different colors, and then based on material colors, we got a bunch.
So are you gonna just send them whatever, or are you gonna call them and ask them like which one they want?
I can call them, ask them, but I can show them what we have. So they're cool.
So
nice.
we'll pick those in order too. So like the first person will get whatever they want, and then the second person whatever's left, kind of thing. So I don't know.
Sure.
Some of the colors might be. I think how many of them pink ones were there?
Oh, that one's very rare. So
right.
Maybe 1 or 2. They got like a hot pink one, So
They had one that was like
Yellow.
beaten up a little bit. You know, that's the
Yeah.
next level or whatever.
Uh-oh. Oh, am I breaking up here?
Yeah, no, you're good. All right, Sarah's back. So I don't know, Ronnie. Whenever you're ready, brother.
All right.
We've made it to 10 o'clock Eastern time, so it might be about time to go ahead and pull this thing.
Where did it go? Right there. Okay.
Okay. Can we see it?
Oh, that's the wheel.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. You can also can you hear me too?
Yeah, we can hear you.
All right. Let's give it a spin. Just so that people can see. Here's all the numbers that are in here. Here's the spreadsheet with all the names that's associated with the numbers. It's all in here, and the choices.
How many? Do you know how many total and in the spreadsheet? How many tickets total were sold?
3,000. Yeah, I do have that. 3,000. 313.
3,313. Okay. Branch 313 could be the lucky branch here. Or branch 331. I don't know. You guys ready?
All right. Here we go.
Is there any music?
Can you hear? First one is 4701. So let's
right.
go 4701. (4701) is William from Taft Station, and William chose the Nintendo Switch as his
Nice.
prize.
Where's this Taft Station at?
I don't know. I have to look deeper into the
It
data.
doesn't. There's no branch number on there. Oh, it's not in that spreadsheet.
Not in this spreadsheet yet.
Got you. All right, William.
All right.
Congratulations, man. Nintendo Switch 2 coming your way.
It's off the board. So now I will remove his number.
Oh, he can't. He can't win. He can't win
Can't
all the
win
prizes. Well, he can. He has other tickets.
And let's spin again.
This spinning is just—it's not spinning enough for my taste. Oh, that's a
All
high
right.
number.
101.68.
Wow.
101.68. Don Annan. And Don
nice.
had the airline tickets.
Oh, wow.
So the airline tickets are off the board.
Don is the state president of the state of Wisconsin. Wisconsin.
All right. Next spin. $111.55. Timothy Ridley.
Tim Ridley, Schaumburg Post Office.
He had the Nintendo Switch first, but the Switch is gone, right?
Yep.
And so then Ninja Slushy was second. So now the Slushy Switch and the airline tickets are gone. So our next draw will be for the iPad.
Nice. You know Tim Ridley, right? Wasn't he in one of your Formula A classes, Ronnie?
Yep. 2786. Let this be me. Let it be me.
Well, you can't win, right?
Do I have to give it back if I want? Let's see. Jason Osborne. Jason Osborne had the iPad last, but that's what's left. So congratulations to Jason.
All right.
Brand new iPad. All right. So let's remove Jason. Now we've got 15 more names to draw for the ball caps.
Let's do it.
$96.40. All right, $96.40. Vic Murray.
Vic Murray.
Vic Murray.
He already has a
Right.
ball cap, don't he?
I know, you know, I can't say I've ever seen him with a ball cap.
He's
All
in Branch 31, Peoria, Illinois.
$103.43. Hey, is that Renee?
No.
Oh, that's I know who that is. That's
Different.
Go-Go.
It's a different Renee.
Yeah.
We call that guy Go-Go.
Okay.
He's at Uptown Station in Chicago.
Really?
Okay.
If it's the same one.
All right. Somebody's gonna keep track, right?
Yep.
But this thing is recorded, brother. We're good.
$91.59.
Calvin said none of his people have won yet. What's going on?
Yeah. Nothing in Washington.
Michael I can't pronounce that. Forgive me, Michael. Got a ball cap coming.
Got a ball cap coming to make up for the fact that Ronnie can't pronounce your name. In your defense, though, Ronnie, you can't see actually, so
There you go.
It could be real simple letters, but
62.59. Melissa Bonner.
okay.
Number 226.
I like that noise when you hit in the key. You need some type of noise like that for the wheel.
Brian McGuire, he purchased a bunch of tickets too.
Man.
All right,
Steady.
Brian. $45.46. John Serwak, got a ball cap coming. Right. You might already have one.
I doubt
Good
it.
chance. Good chance of that. Oh, 235. Derek Hayes. Derek Hayes. Or Derek Hayes. Derek Hayes.
Did you guys put any tickets in like other people's names?
I did.
Because I did too. Because you can't put them in your own name. Like you can't
Yeah.
win your own raffle.
Monica Gordon.
Oh, okay.
Oh, there you go. Branch 825.
All right.
That's Justice. She sold a lot of tickets.
Yeah. Her and Calvin.
They sold the most tickets.
Mm-hmm. 377. Colin Walker. Colin Walker.
It's a nice name.
Mm-hmm.
It's definitely a mailman. Is that 9 so far?
13.
That's 13?
Well, 13 total. 13
Right.
13
Right.
total.
Nine,
So
nine, out of, 9 out of the 15 caps.
Yeah, right.
We're giving away 1 cap per region.
Oh,
11093.
Michael Piper. Michael Piper.
Oh yeah. Ah, that must have been a mistake.
Hey,
I pull
look at how many
another one.
times.
You
Look
know
at how
what it
many
is?
times your name is on there. Huh?
You know what happened on those? Is
Wow.
yeah, I'll tell you what happened. Somebody would say that the link doesn't work or something. Like I tried to buy tickets, it didn't work. So I would go in there, and the way the system is set up, it doesn't ask you your name. It like knows who you are. So like if I give them like $20 through Apple Pay or something, it doesn't say what is your name. So that's what happened with those. That wasn't on purpose. We'll skip over that.
All right. $92.38. Leon Johnson.
Leon Johnson.
Ryan West.
Mm.
Ryan West. That's branch 522, Bloomington. Piper's in 181. I think that's Austin, Texas. 181.
11:52. Maria. How you pronounce that? Morales.
Madi. Let's go with Madi Morales.
Okay.
Two more?
Yep.
Yeah. Beverly Nelson.
Beverly Nelson. Last but not least. Come on, call Calvin's name something, man. His
Let's
wife,
go.
call his wife's name something, you know? It's like the real Wheel of Fortune, like it spins past your name. You're like, oh, that
There
wasn't
it
me.
Miranda Gordon.
Miranda
Miranda
Gordon.
Gordon.
Maybe Monica Gordon's pupils.
Oh, it could be. Yeah, look. The Gordons are all lined up. So
Uh-oh.
yeah, that's definitely where Miranda comes from. That's it.
Somebody is asking Mike where you learned how to speak Spanish so well.
Not so well. I used to speak it a lot better. I learned in Mexico City. I lived in Mexico City for a little bit, a few months when I was 17 years old. And my first wife, my older kid's mother, you know, when I met her, she didn't speak any English. So, well, I'm sure she spoke some, but anyway, we used to speak Spanish with the kids, and you know, I don't know, I speak Spanish all the time. Now I don't speak it as much as. Sorry about that. Now I don't speak it as much as I used to. So I don't know. I'm not as. I used to be really, really good. Like I could translate in real time. I don't think I could do that anymore. But yeah, that's how I learned it. I took some classes and stuff, but mainly when I was living out there, I just kind of. I used to read the newspapers. I used to like talk to everyone and just picked up the language.
Sweet.
It's not that hard. Spanish, if you're gonna pick up a language, Spanish is pretty easy language to learn compared to like, you know, Mandarin or something. Or even English. English is a weird language. It's not written in the same way you say it. Spanish, everything's written in the same way you say it. So it's a lot easier when you read and you know, the way you read something, the way you listen to something is the same way, so you can pick it up a lot easier.
Yeah. Cool.
Cool, cool. All right, so we can let them go, right? Did they all hang up already?
No. Well, almost. I think everybody's ready for bed though.
Yeah. Well, thanks everyone. Appreciate everyone for participating, and we will definitely give you another chance or many other chances to win. Stick with us, and we'll have a good time doing it, and raise the money we need to run this campaign for president. So, thanks everyone, and have a great night. Be safe out there. We'll see you guys next week for another edition of Mic Drop Mondays every Monday.